Behind the scenes on day one of Boston's Eataly. There hasn't been a lot of sleep in Nicola Farinetti's recent past. Following a late-night Monday, during which he and countless employees worked through final preparations for the much-anticipated opening of Eataly Boston, the chief executive of Eataly's U.S. operations, and son of Eataly founder Oscar, was right back to work Tuesday morning, overseeing the final details ahead of the marketplace's 4 p.m. debut. The previous night had presented at least one issue, when employees realized they needed to log 1,000 new bottles of wine into the company's computer system. "We never forget to buy the wine," Farinetti joked, "but putting it in the system is another story. Get the weekender in your inbox." By Tuesday morning, however, things seemed to be running smoothly enough. Around Farinetti, everything hummed with a busy energy. Employees made their way through the mostly empty store, delivering produce, wheeling carts filled with product, organizing tables and chairs, in short, putting the final touches on a 45,000 square foot project years in the making. Part food court, part grocery store, part retail shop, Eataly Boston, which signed a 15-year lease with Boston Properties last year to take over the shops at Prudential Center food court space, offers everything from a bakery and butcher's counter to restaurants and wine bars, as well as a cooking school. And now it was time to make sure it all went off without a hitch. Many of the company's bigwigs were on hand for the opening, and the general managers of the company's other U.S. locations, in New York and Chicago, had been brought in to help ensure things ran smoothly. As Farinetti joked, it was quite possible that, when customers finally streamed in, they might be served a sandwich by someone who typically manages a $40 million operation. Mostly, though, those on staff seemed eager to get to work after spending the previous weeks handling the more monotonous duties of a grand opening. "I sat at a computer for like a week straight," said Dan Bazzinotti, a local chef, formerly at Biskin Cambridge. He will serve as chef de cuisine for Terra, a third-floor restaurant slated to open early in 2017. "We're ready to get cooking," added Jason Neve, the executive chef for Eataly Boston. "It's like being on the starting line in NASCAR. You're revving your engine, waiting and waiting, and then you see the green lights and you just go." One who wasn't feeling the stress was Mario Batali, the celebrity chef who wandered the store in his trademark orange Crocs, of which, he pointed out, he owns 200 pairs. "I've kind of removed myself from any responsibility or duties," Batali said, smiling. "I'm more about calm reassurance than having to do any real tasks." At 11 a.m., the marketplace saw its first action of the day when it was flooded with people for a special VIP event. And around noon, Batali and fellow chef and Eataly USA partner Lydia Bastianich provided Mayor Marty Walsh with a personal tour, offering up a variety of samples along the way. But by 2 p.m., those crowds had gone and the employees stood mostly in anticipation, a kind of calm before the impending storm. "As soon as 4 p.m. comes, it's kinda like go for it," said Racian Brown, who was working the Canalai cart. "This is the only Eataly location to feature one. Nobody really knows what to expect." By 3:30, dozens of soon-to-be customers had gathered near the marketplace's mall entrance, enjoying free samples handed out by Eataly employees. Inside, the men and women behind the massive marketplace smiled and chatted happily amongst themselves. This project, years in the making, only moments now from official completion. "It's a little bit of everything," said Alex Saper, a managing partner for Eataly USA, about the emotions surrounding the opening. "It's excitement, it's anxiety, and it's fun. You've put in so much work to get to this point." A few minutes later, he and the others gathered at one of the entrances for a quick ribbon cutting. And then, a minute or two before 4, the crowd poured in.